Hi everybody. Now that the summer solstice has passed and the weather is heating up, a question that we get a lot here that baffles us because, we're in the industry, but the question that we get a lot now is it okay to plant in the summer? Or, I know I've planted in the spring, but do I have to wait for the fall to put in a new tree or a new perennial? And the answer is no. Let's take a cue from the landscaping because landscapers plant all summer long and you have opportunities to put new things into your garden while you're thinking of it. You notice that empty space or you notice something really beautiful when you're walking your dog that you want to put in your yard. And then if you don't write it down, by next spring you forget about it. Landscapers plant all summer long, and you can too, with a couple of sort of, not precautions, but a couple of tips. So when you plant in the spring, we're usually getting regular rainfall. And so it takes the pressure off you to get the plant through that initial establishment phase. Or when you plant in the fall, things are going dormant, and of course the weather is cooler and there's less stress on the plant. In the summer, when it's hot and usually dry, although I don't know what's going to happen this year with all the rainfall that we've been having, plants are doing many things at the same time that you are asking it to establish. So how you help a plant out is to use a root stimulator. We have a really great product from Fertilome that helps a plant establish fine roots. You also really need to be sure that your plant is regularly irrigated. So that's a good soak once a week from the time you plant until the ground freezes. If it gets really hot and dry, you might need to step that up to 2 times a week. You don't want to just sort of sprinkle it every couple of days. You really want a good soak. And so that means that, like for a plant the size of this rose, you might need to water it once a week for, 15 or 20 minutes. Or something like this tree that's in a much bigger container, you might have to water it for 45 minutes or an hour. The way you do that is to set the hose at a pencil-sized trickle at the base of the plant. Just set it there and let it run. Mulching is also a super important thing to do at this time of year. And I'm not talking about rock mulch, I'm talking about bark mulch, organic mulches. When you mulch, that does a couple of things. It maintains the soil temperature, so it keeps it a little more steady. It also helps to retain moisture, keeps that soil from drying out. If you apply it properly, that also gives you a little dish where you can set that hose at that slow trickle and trapping the water and helping it to soak in and not run off on dry soil. So, fertilizer, not for green growth, but for root growth, so root fertilizer, regular watering, and mulch will get your newly planted trees, shrubs, and perennials off to a really good start, making sure that they have plenty of time to establish and get ready for winter so you can see them next spring. Happy planting from all of us here at the Bruce Company.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Thanks, guys.